I'm Clint, president of Delta Fuel. We're a wholesale petroleum products distributor in the northeast corner of Louisiana. Delta Fuel has got 8 locations. We're in Natchez, Mississippi, Verity, St. Joe, Tallulah, Sicily Island, Winsboro, Raven, and Cromwell. So needless to say, we cover this area pretty well. We do have a branch here in Winsboro. When we opened it up from scratch, we employed 2 people. We're up to 6 people now, with actually 3 other people employed in the parish that do other things than work at the branch here. And our proposal or our question for y'all tonight is, we were interested in putting what we would call a propane transfer hub here in your industrial park, if y'all would allow us to first purchase 1 to possibly 2 acres in the park. I put a map in your thing. It's of your industrial park, and we had actually looked at it with Mr. Skipper, and all the properties that are marked in orange were the properties that were possibly available for sale. And what we were asking y'all is, in lot 19, you'll see a little yellow corner. We were interested in seeing if we could get permission to, we would like to purchase it if we could, would be entertained renting it, possibly if we had to. But what we were hoping to do with that in the industrial park was put a storage facility for propane, where we could bring propane into this area with 18-wheelers and allow our Ravel, Tallulah, Crowell, and Winsboro branch to pick it up in smaller trucks. And basically that's what we were asking the town council tonight.
Would you just clarify one thing? You've named the locations of where you have storage now. Would you fine-tune that a little bit?
Well, actually, we only store propane direct right now in Ferry. It'll be a hub site, and that's part of the problem we're having. It's too far for us to run our trucks from Ravel, Winsboro, and Crowell back to Ferry. We want local. We would rather have a local facility to do that. Is basically what we're.
The location that you presently have, is any of them located in an industrial park?
No. We were outside. Well, we're in the Ferry city limits with our propane tanks in Ferry, Louisiana. I mean, if you will see, I handed y'all a brochure. Basically, there's no EPA problems with propane. Really, there's no problem. The only problem with propane is in a liquid form, it's at minus 44 degrees. And if you spill it on you before it actually goes into a gas form, you can burn yourself. And that's about the most dangerous thing about propane there are. I will say it was mentioned that Ms. Hannah wanted to discuss this, and it kind of blindsided me today because, I mean, in the industrial parks that we've been involved in, wherever there's natural gas, wherever one of the bigger plants is using the big boilers to keep the plant heated up with water and steam, propane always backs it up. And in fact, Complex Chemicals in Tallulah's industrial park backs their propane up. They have about a 25,000-gallon tank. I actually had a Delta Biofuels chemical plant in Natchez, Mississippi's industrial park, and we had a 26,000-gallon propane tank backing our natural gas system up. So what we're doing is actually similar to what would be in an industrial park. Admittedly, we will not have physical people at that site all the time, but I can't say what will happen in the future. You know, in Verity, we've already started a canning process where we fill 5-gallon cans up. We ship them to Texas, Mississippi, and Arkansas all the time. We've got some different ideas about propane, and we do feel like that it will be something that grows here. And we can expand to where an acre and a half will be
there some stipulation as to, with our industrial park and who we sell that to as far as requirements of jobs and do we have to, you know, do we have to employ a certain number? And
It's not correct.
okay,
Historically, we have not sold to retailers so that they can compete against local retailers. And I don't think Clint and Delta Fuel is intended to be that. Am I correct?
No, we will not retail from that location because we retail from our cruise brand.
It would be competing against our other propane dealers in town.
Not directly with what we're doing there. Now, we do in
Yeah.
every day.
For Jay, it's Delta up here across from Wallace Singer. You know, he competes against several retailers, but if my understanding is it's going to be storage tanks.
Storage facilities. Yeah, I mean, whether we have this facility here or we have it in Raven, it wouldn't affect competition at all, whether we put it in Raven or Tulum or here. It wouldn't affect local competition at all.
And that was sort of the prohibition. You wouldn't put a local bank up there, you wouldn't put a local car dealership up there. It was more for industry. And we do have storage up there, such as the warehouse that's located on probably 20 or 30 acres up there.
what type of storage containers will you have there? A large one, or are you storing small bottles in cages, as I see here?
What we would be, no, those are small 5-gallon bottles.
Okay.
What we would be looking at is probably 3 to 4 30,000-gallon tanks. We would be moving one in immediately, and then probably over the next 2 years, finish the farm out at about 100,000 gallons is our goal.
Where did you obtain this information?
At the bottom is noted it was off the webpage, propane101.com is where I pulled that from.
So you got it on the internet?
Yes.
Did it come from the manufacturer specification data sheet?
No,
You have one?
No, sir, I don't. It came off of a propane awareness webpage.
Okay, I like to have one. I like to look at one.
Adapt sheet.
Yes, sir.
Okay. We can get that for you.
I've been advised by legal that we probably need to look at it real closely. So what I'd like to do is to appoint a committee to study it and report back to the council. I'd like some volunteers who'd like to. Mr. McCarthy? Anyone else?
I'm already on like 3 committees already.
Well, I'm sorry. Mr. McCarthy looks like it's you and I.
Okay.